And it's live.
Live.
We're back. We're back. Hey, who can? Shaka.
Numero dos.
Episode dos.
So, right, here's your surprise.
Go on. I like surprises. What's that?
Ready?
Yeah.
I'll start off. You do the words.
Go on then.
No pressure.
Lately, do you ever know how you garden grows? Words, you got me. Don't wanna live, don't wanna die. Wanna be, yeah. Woo!
Welcome, everybody. Remember, shit butter.
You've done me. No learnage. Oh, how's your week been?
Busy. Uni. Head full of mashed potato at the minute. Exams. Stuff to hand in. But what can you do? I've only got 2 brain cells.
And they're stuffed in your fucking underpants. Ooh.
Oh, it's it's our day's anniversary and all in it, so that were a bit.
Hey,
but it doesn't have to be as sad. I was talking to Jamie this morning about it. There's a lot of happy memories, isn't there?
Yeah.
Don't focus on the bad.
Going out and stuff like that, enjoying, finding music and all that shit.
Yeah.
In trips away.
Well, I've got this. I don't know if you can see on there. My Bresner.
Yeah.
Me and him. I were about 22. Was it? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right, we need to get this. If you're watching this, everybody, and you haven't subscribed, you need to slap yourself around the face repeatedly. We love you watching, but the views don't reflect the subscriptions, and the likes on Facebook are not matching across. They're not patching across onto here, which is something that needs addressing. So if you like us on Facebook, please subscribe. Please. That's how this is going to grow, and you're helping me and Dale and everybody else. So that's my little rant about that. And
it is. It's just a red button. It's the wording, isn't it? People are afraid that you have to sign up to something. It's just a click. That's it.
Is it? Yeah. No emails, no money. I can't make it any clearer than that.
Really get it. Big thank you to everybody. When I checked just before we came online, we had 130 subscribers.
Yeah.
YouTube have sent us a big thank you, well done, and they've just said, look, keep on going, and they're going to help us out.
That's what we need.
Yeah, it's good for them to do that. So, but next one, if we can hit 1,000, they've really said they'll help us out with everything that we need.
Yeah.
Can't say fairer than that, can we?
No, we're asking a lot.
No, we don't want no
coin. Shit off your back.
No, just press a button.
Right. So, on to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
So we'll start. I think the best place to start, Dale, is right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Tell us about young Dale boy Dale as a child. What were you like?
Timid.
Really?
Yeah, really timid. Real shy boy. Softy pants.
Never.
Yeah, really.
Mardy? You Mardy? Mardy?
No, just quiet. What's the word? Yeah, just dead. A bit lemon.
Lemon. I like that word.
Yeah. I just try to, not offend anybody, but yeah, a bit soft.
What about school?
Well, start at the beginning. I started off a council estate in Leigh with my mum. My mum and dad split up when I was a baby. Always stayed in my life. My dad's always stayed in my life throughout. They were just two people that got married too young and just didn't get on.
Fair enough.
Yeah. My mum never stopped me seeing my dad, and my dad never stopped seeing me, as my memory served me right. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's good.
My mum was a hippie chick.
All right.
Full blown Bob Marley posters in the house, just you know what I mean? Everything.
I like your mum.
Yeah, you know, she's an absolute legend. My childhood, Danny, is some people you would have dreamed, you would have loved to have had my upbringing. She followed the free festival. So there's an old magazine from the 80s called Festival Eye.
Right.
That used to have all the free festivals everywhere, like when Glastonbury were free.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a regular. She used to take me, I think, the first time I went Glasgow was like when I was 5 or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
She'd take me everywhere. And she thought, do you know what? This is the way to be. This is the life. However she'd come to it. But in 1989, she decided to take a college course in Yorkshire, in Ilkley. And so the way we're going to do this, we're going to travel about with the New Age Travellers.
All right.
This is what we're going to do. So I ended up, from a young age, bouncing from school to school.
Right.
Regularly coming back to like life to see Lambos and that. But right across, so got herself in the 90s when it was changing from like her long hair and fucking everything into dreadlocks and fucking Prodigy.
Yeah.
You know, so she followed
a shift in that rave culture, weren't they? It chilled all the hooligans down.
Yeah.
A big shift.
And it was, I grew up when ecstasy and acid house was in.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a kid, I was helping setting up speakers and fucking tents and
wow.
like that. Yeah. My mum could drive a truck.
Wow, honestly.
Yeah. So we ended up living in that truck, kitted out in the back, traveling around, just diverse people, you know, different ethnic fucking upbringings, different thinkings, rich, poor, whatever, all on it for the ride. So a lot of places were like Grassington, Pendle Hill, you know, all them mad fucking places that were going on. And then the government brought out the Criminal and Justice Public Order Act in '94, which
as they do.
Yeah,
people are having fun. Must stop.
So it prevented, like you said, prevented having fun. These, you know, people meeting up and just having a party.
We're getting too big, weren't it?
Yeah.
They couldn't handle it, and they weren't making money off it.
But you know what? And we'll come back to it. Fast forward, it was organised. It was organised chaos. You know what I mean? People, hundreds of people meeting up in fucking lay-bys and service stations across the country, then being told where to go next.
Yeah.
But I got to see the other side of it, where we were in the convoy with all the kit and equipment.
That's nice.
One memory that sticks out is I'm going to be careful not to use names, but the people who were involved in organising and everything, let's call him Ravey Dave.
Dave the Rave.
Yeah. And Raggy, the Ravey Dave and Raggy, they'll know who they are. They bought an ex-Royal Navy recruitment truck, right? And they left it all painted up.
Really?
So it could travel for any fucking roadblock.
All right.
And then what happened, you'll know yourself now from being on recruitment teams, the side of it opened up.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Speakers all fucking good to go, everything. Sound systems.
All right.
Yeah.
That's clever, that. Intuitive.
So I was learning from a very young age to accept anything and everybody.
Yeah, as you should do.
And yeah, it's I think that's the New Age traveller scene. Yeah, it got quashed because of that Criminal Justice and fucking Public Order Act in '94, where I think a collective decision were made by the crusties, if you like.
Yeah.
That Ireland was the place to go. And there was something growing, a movement over there growing. It was the old peat farms.
Yeah.
and there was a railway line that ran like a straight railway line that ran through Tipperary. They called it the Looney Line, and that became like the Glastonbury of Ireland. So my mum said, "Fuck this, come on, we're going.
Yeah.
We're doing it. This is where we're going to go." So that was like coming up to my high school years.
It's an adventure, isn't it? I said for a child that age, it's a big adventure, isn't it?
It's a big culture shock as well over there, because I didn't know anything about Ireland. I didn't know anything about the politics, the troubles.
Yeah.
And very quickly I found it was all my fault.
Yeah, well, you're a Brit, aren't you?
You're a Brit, yeah. So I found solace, as every kid, football.
Mm.
Especially being from where you're from. Well, I predominantly come from a rugby town, but
yeah,
you get dual qualified.
Yeah. Well, sports are good for kids.
Yeah. And eventually settled down in County Waterford, which is real south of Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, the border of County Cork and County Waterford, and that's where I did my high school. A place called Cappoquin at St Anne's.
Right.
Got myself in on the football scene. And everything to do with your personal life and everything, it's, sports yourself, it's like the army, just gets put to one side.
Yeah.
You're not,
release, isn't it?
You're not Dale the Brit. You're part of the football team. You're part of this sport group.
Yeah.
And that's
belonging, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, yeah. And that particular group, I'm still friends with today.
Good.
It's still like messaging each other on the old goat book and all that lot. And that's where getting to the end of high school, you can do what's it called? Like you don't get paid for doing work experience.
Yeah. Free.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I went off football coaching.
Or community service.
Yeah.
Look at it.
With a bib on.
Yeah, with Ivies.
So I thought that were going to be me calling.
Yeah.
Lots to do when you're living in another country, you're not from there. With it being Ireland as well. Yeah, there's a lot. Well, there's lots to do with how you carry on your education and how you carry on your professional life. And it just seemed it was going to be a lot harder than what I thought. Fast forwarding quite a few years now, my brother were born over there.
Right.
And he tried to do the same thing, and he just found he was really discriminated against. A top player. A top player. So where I dipped it and said, right, cheers, school, I'm going back to Leith.
Yeah.
And again, that's where my social ability, I think, came from my ledge upbringing, from my mum. Just giving me all these experiences. And again, I think loads of people in the family thought, jeez, he's going to end up with fucking green Mohicans and being a drug dealer.
Like Keith Flint.
Yeah. And honestly, throughout all that craziness, I've never been in as much trouble as when I made the decision to join the man and work for the man.
Yeah.
Well, but, yeah.
So, you've left school now. You've come back to Leith.
Yeah.
From that point, what happened? What circumstances happened, or episodes happened to form your decision to think, right, I'm going to take the plunge and do my bit for my country? And why the Queen's Lancashires?
I did quite a few, like our window cleaning with my dad's mate. I fucking hated it. I love my dad's friend. I love the experience, catching people with no clothes on and shit like that. And what are you doing? I fucking hated it. I hated graft. I was soft.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd had this soft upbringing, but I started playing football for a pub. It's not around anymore. It's called the Silver Dollar. It had a pitches next to it.
Yeah.
I used to have a kick about there, and I thought, well, it's Premier League for me.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You get. I was quite naive to where the world actually really worked, even down to like having a national insurance number and all that lot. And even my dad said, well, you've been off with the furries for fucking years while the real world's kind of been ticking away.
Yeah. Unless you're shown and told these things, you don't know, do you?
Oh no. And a couple of my dad's mates were ex-army, ex KRH, King's Royal Hussars, tankies.
Oh yeah, brown berries, though. Yeah.
Brown berries. So he said, "Oh, crack on, get yourself in cadets, and get used to it and stuff like that. See how you like it." So I thought, all right, and then, but obviously as well, the spin was when you join the army, all you do is play football. That's it.
Yeah,
They said, "Well, just park that." Yeah,
that rings bells with me.
Yeah.
Raves office. So
I got in cadets, and these cadets said, "Hey, well, we're doing this," and I've gone to careers office, like we said before, and done the old fucking barb test.
Yeah.
How many fingers and toes have you got? Well done, you're in. And I thought, well, fucking hell.
Easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, daft. And it was Mick Huxley. I know we're not saying names, but cheers, Mick.
Jack Block.
Yeah. And I went in and went, now here's a thing on it. The KRH weren't called that when these blokes were in it. They were called like 12th, 16th Lancers or something.
All right.
I've gone in and said, I want to be in this regiment. And they've gone, and Mick Huxley's gone, I don't exist that anymore, mate. Why don't you come and cure that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I went, yeah.
Naivety, don't they?
Yeah. And he had.
I don't know his half from his elbow.
Well, he said, I said, well, these men play football all the time. He said, well, our lot, because we're from Lancashire, we play football and rugby. So if you're not good at one, you can go and do the other one. I thought, fucking hell. Right. And he said, I'll tell you what I'll do. Go on this look at life thing, you SATSO or whatever it's called. It's not SATSO, sorry. It's like look at life, innit?
Yeah, is it about 3 days?
Something like that, yeah. I think I spent like a long weekend with QLR with Pete Langley.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I spent
no more.
Yeah, and Baz Quinn were Buckshee.
Was there?
And I think this is the gap when you guys had come back from Oma before you'd gone to South Armagh, because when I joined, you were all going to Lyd and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I went, I think we went with Gibbo from Wigan, big lad.
With Truckhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be nice, but yeah. So,
sorry if you watched it.
Yeah. And it was just one of them things. You get talked into it. But I got to have a look round battalion and meet everybody, have your scoff in the cookhouse, and everyone's dead nice. And you're like, where are you from? And Pete was like, well, I'm from Irefold in Leigh. I was like, well, that's where I'm from. It was a case of, well, we're all from there.
Yeah.
Everyone. So that was the beginning of, right, this is what I'm doing. And then followed the exact same path as you up to Scotland doing your training.
Yeah. Yeah, the turnaround weren't long in them days, were it?
No.
From my first entry into careers office to being in uniform, getting shouted at Glencoe with 2 weeks.
I think mine was a little bit longer, a couple of months, because they'd done my background checks because they'd heard the word Ireland and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
They'd done the checks, make sure I weren't part of the RA or anything like that. And in that meantime, I were jumping between whatever my dad told me to do, window cleaning or fitting carpets and stuff. Then it became a kind of, well, I'm going to army.
Yeah.
I've already made my mind up. Yeah, I'm going to go play football and fucking do all this mad shit. Never did it cross my mind I'd have to do army stuff.
That's naivety kicking back in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially infantry as well, because it's not easy, is it?
Not at all. It's
training.
It were a shock.
It's like stage 3 trenches, bagging on in Otterburn, shit like that.
I don't know what rank he is now, but I know he's Lanks, Daz Szymanski. And well, he did me a justice in like one of them things you don't know until that learning moment comes.
Yeah.
We walked in, he said, right, you're in my fucking section now. You're going to get best section. You're going to be the fucking best at everything. I was 16. Like 16, 9 months or fucking 17 or something.
You want it? Young ones.
Yeah, I turned up. I weren't 18 when I turned up at battalion. Still a kid, but yeah, he made me cry. Yeah, me and Dean Beardall. Dean won't mind.
He still cries at now him.
Yeah, but yeah, and it weren't until like years later you think he realised that we were soft.
Yeah, they mould you, don't they?
Yeah,
they see weaknesses and they exploit them to get what they want.
yeah, and I think he realised. I hated him. Hated him for years. Years and years and years, hated him, even to the point when the battalions merged and stuff like that, and I saw him, I won't shake his hand or anything. And it weren't until I thought, shit, he realised these lads are the good kids, they're just soft. And it's a different way of hardening you up. It's not like he put us in a fucking cupboard and leathered us, but weren't far off. Like, you cupboard in when you sleep. Yeah.
With Bin of Doom on Crowie's head.
That was so funny. So yeah, I joined up. We're not with any national pride or thoughts of loving the Queen and all that. It was just to go and be with lads that were from my area, and from the upbringing I had, I thought elements were of easy, like living rough and not rough, but not home comforts all the time.
It were, and it still isn't always a big family regiment, weren't it? You knew everyone in that battalion, everyone from CO right down to New Ladount Gate, even slop jockeys. You knew everyone.
I've not come across many regiments where some of the officers were from the hometowns of Lancashire.
Yeah, because they choose, don't they? They get to choose what regiment they go to, officers. Right, so now you're in, you're serving. I'm
an adult.
But before we go on to my next point, I want you to tell me a bit about, because I know you're into your sports, as you said.
Yeah.
Your footy and your rugby. So teams, please. Who are they?
I've always been lifelong Manchester United fan. And I'm one of them that can proudly say when we were shit the first time.
And you've actually been to Old Trafford?
Yeah.
You're not from London?
No, not from London town, down south.
China.
But yeah, it's one of them where I kind of asked my dad and my uncle, who do we support? We support United, you dickhead.
Yeah.
And I always remember going to school with, because back then you didn't have the sponsors and all that, you just had the badge.
Yeah.
And everyone laughing at me. Who were that?
I still get that.
Yeah. But
colours wisely.
Yeah, nobody. I think because it was like you had like players like Paul McGrath and stuff like that. I know we had Brian Robson, but it was piss can team. Everybody at school was like, "Oh, we support Liverpool. They're fucking mega, them."
Yeah, 90s.
Yeah,
top dogs, weren't they?
And I said to me, dad, I remember saying to my uncle as well. My uncle's mad. He always used to go to Old Trafford all the time, throughout early to late 80s, 90s, all that lot. I said, oh, what about Liverpool? Oh no, we don't support them. So it's like your Blackburn, friendly. Yeah, and I didn't get it, so that's where my education started, from my uncle. So it's family.
Yeah,
and same with my kids today. They don't get a choice.
Same.
Yeah.
What about egg chasing?
I'm from Leigh, so that's it. You know, I've heard there might be a couple of towns surrounding us.
Yeah.
But also,
we were.
Yeah. No, never heard of it. They just run the council, I think. Collect your bins.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's bred into you from this town. Everyone supports the main club in the town, be it Leigh Centurions. But then you've got your community club divides.
Right.
There's two main ones in the town. There's Leigh Miners that our Charlie plays for, and then there's Leigh East. So it's like everybody comes together. Yeah, East Side is the best. Miners are the best. And again, a team that lives off former glories from the 50s, I think.
Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, but they're just a complete bridesmaids, never the bride. And to a point where they got in the pinnacle of rugby league. Well, they've been in there a couple of times, but there was when we were in Cyprus, they got in, they got promoted to the top league. I was like, wow, big family occasion, got your tickets, everything like that. I flew from Cyprus, I think, doing a mad journey to France to London, London to Manchester, taxi to the stadium in Lee, and we fucking lost.
Oh. Well, that's part of being a fan, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought, fuck this shit, I can't do this anymore.
Right. Another quick one.
Yeah.
On the spot, what was the first album you ever bought?
That I purchased myself, I believe, was Prodigy, Fat of the Land.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
I've been given, but through my upbringing, being around DJs and everything, like I was given loads.
Yeah.
Loads of tapes. Here, listen to this, because like in my collection, by the time I was a teenager, you know, I was mad into Stone Roses like everybody else. Given Oasis's first album. Don't remember what was his name. Was it John Peel on Radio 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
So lots of people used to, because he used to play full albums.
Yeah. It's
So
like really unheard of bands. He used to get them right big, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think Oasis were one of his first ones that he had on his show.
Yeah.
To give these boys, and I think even as far back in the days, Limp Bizkit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming over from America, listen to these. It's like, yeah. So in my collection, music for me, listen to loads. But yeah, first one I purchased, segued slightly, Fat of the Land, Prodigy.
Good choice. Right. Next one. So you're a Queen's Lancashire soldier now. You're one of us. Welcome to the battalion. Postings and tours.
Well, I'll brush over these. I've done obviously Catterick in the UK, Iraq, yeah, Canada, Iraq, Cyprus, Germany. So I'll just do some bullet points on each if that's all right.
Of course.
Catterick, I think Catterick in a way was an awakening.
In what way? In what way?
I thought soldiers were a lot like police, or just anything where everything was done correctly to the letter of the law.
Mm-hmm.
And I've quickly found out there was another law.
Yeah.
Law of the soldier, which was fucking survive and fucking enjoy, like you said, do everything to the extreme.
Yeah.
But the mad thing was, they're really good at what they do.
Yeah.
Really good at what they do. And one of the first instances was, and I'm going to use alcohol as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to include alcohol as a drug.
Mm-hmm.
I turned up and realised, you know, it's a different law. This lad, as soon as I've turned up, running past me, scream, no bollock or naked, fucking ah! A gaggle of fucking other lads chasing him with foam fire extinguishers. Get him! It's like, what's going on here? Thinking you're all straight-headed. I'm going to follow this. I'm going to help this guy out. You know that I'm trained. I do the right thing.
Yeah, integrity.
Followed him to wherever. They got him, tied him to a fucking pole, fucking creamed him with all this foam fire extinguisher. And I'm there now, trying to wade in. Get off him, get off him. One of the lads digs me. Fuck off you. He's earned this. I'm like, what? And they're going, and then they're all going, happy birthday, Randers.
Oh, get it!
Yeah, package. Happy birthday to you. I thought, what the fuck? And it were like, and especially because I went through a period then, all you lot guys went playing soldiers over in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
I was too young, so I stayed with Daz Lee, God rest his soul, in Kids Club.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the one, because just before you went, we had like an intercompany football thing. and there was somebody who was small and blonde and not very nice was playing with, and he gave me a bit of an hiding and said, "You're shit, you don't play." So I've gone away with tears and all that lot because I'm soft.
Yeah.
It was Daz Lee who said, "Here, the fuck's up with you?" I said, "Oh, they don't want me to play football with them." He said, "You're from Lee, you play rugby with us." And I think he'd just been made a colour boy, or because he bounced up and down, didn't he?
MTWO around that time.
Something like that, yeah. And he said, "Well, you're not supposed to play football anyway, you soft lad. Play rugby."
Yeah.
It's my battalion life then. I never played football ever again, I don't think, unless it were for a laugh.
Yeah.
It were, you play rugby, you, that's it. You're told.
Yeah, and you can't argue with him.
Nay. So, and then a couple of other memories, and Catrick in a way reinforced my brain that all you do is fuck around in the army. Because I saw, because obviously I didn't see what you guys saw in Ireland in the towers and all that lot.
Yeah.
When you come back, they hammered everybody with adventure training.
Yeah.
So I went skiing with Jeff Snape and Phil Garner.
Adventure tins.
Yeah. We went a couple of times. I think on the second one, that's where Crowy came. Again, we're renting with lads from Burnley, Blackburn, Lee, Wigan, wherever, renting chalets on the piste. Absolute carnage. Going across to Canada, doing the training over there. And then that's when I kind of thought, it's an all right life, this. There was me. Right, I'll name the names that I can. So, Crowy.
Mulvaney, he were.
Oh, Mulv, yeah.
Yeah. His name just popped into my head. I don't know why.
Eddie Ruxpin. But I found myself at the top of the Rocky Mountains in a canoe, spending a week snaking down the waters and fucking living off the land and all that lot.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not what. And again, we'll go back to when I told my mum I'm definitely going in the army and all that lot. Or you're going to be fucking cannon fodder working for the man and kicking people's doors in and dragging them out of beds and being a Nazi, you bastard.
Yeah.
Weren't her exact words, but. And then I'm like, I'm in the Rocky Mountains, fucking maybe taking ecstasy tablets and running around the woods.
I don't want to know who gave him you.
No,
I wasn't there.
I was on me own doing what
I were in jail then.
Yeah. So, you know, it weren't until Tony Blair decided, oh, that's going to fucking stop, young man.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, you went first, got yourself fucking acclimatized to the desert, and we followed.
Why my fucking life?
Yeah, so off we pop, and this is where I'd always had this thing as well. Every time we'd gone training, or I'm going to use the word practicing.
Yeah.
Exercise, because you say the word exercise, people just think you're running around, but when you're learning or doing army work, the very second my boots hit the ground, I thought, I don't like this. I don't like this. And that'll ring true to a couple of people. Carrying Bergens, machine guns, more ammunition than your spinal column can fucking manage. Staying up for days on end. I didn't like it. Always being stressed out.
It's hard, isn't it? Very hard.
And I felt like I weren't learning anything. You know, you kind of go through the motions. We have acronyms for everything. Porpoisor, Paces do, fucking Damrod.
Yeah.
You know, I can say them out loud, but I don't know what it means. I think I ghosted through my career with most of that. But again...
Fair play to you.
Really, right. I didn't... The soldiering aspect, I could do it, and I wouldn't fucking knock it. Do you know what I mean? But when we were practicing and it weren't real, I'd rather be on the piste skiing or doing whatever I was getting up to with the culture of the time. And then all of a sudden it's fucking real. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest shock to my system ever.
Yeah.
I can't. uh,
I think it's times like that when you think you're a man because of your age,
yeah,
but you fast realise that you're nowhere near, and you have to turn into a man very quickly, don't you?
yeah. A lot of the intelligence was wrong on Iraq. A lot of it.
All of it. All the lies.
Yeah.
Let's make no bones of it, it were lies.
Even down to the local knowledge of they all live in mud huts and throw spears. Mud huts.
Mm.
You turn up, there's a fucking roundabout made of solid gold. Now, hang on a minute. This is infrastructure. This is a city. This is real. This
Bigger
is
than Manchester, isn't it? That's
yeah. Oh, it's fucking massive. There's kids begging. I remember writing to my dad. My dad said, "What's people bringing, like you said, kids being bombed out."
Yes.
You've done this.
Help
Fix it. Yeah. Like, hang on a minute. I've done a fucking BFAT course, Battlefield First Aid, and I weren't even listening then.
Yeah.
Now you've got real casualties, civilian ones. So switched on really quickly. Realised, right, you can't just. And squaddies love to bump.
Oh,
shit,
this is fucking shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting out, mate.
You've got to grow up and get a bit of realism in your life, and then you're handed. You're not in control. Then I think I'm looking for. You've got your routines. We were living in an outpost, weren't we?
Yeah, that was school. It was rubble, weren't it? It'd been bombed to fuck. There were no running water, no aircon, nothing. We had a cot bed and that were it, and you're burning.
Yeah. There was a couple of. I think we talked about scars on the brain when we saw what happened to you at Oma. That's your first one. Yeah, a couple over there, your realisms, when all that ordnance came towards us, and it was we didn't realise Uday and Qusay Hussein had been captured or killed or whatever.
Yeah.
We thought, because again we were an outpost and within a city, they want to take this, they're going to take it.
Yeah.
And there were small things. The body armor situation. Our body armor held 2 plates. You were given 1.
Yeah, that were tiny, weren't it?
Yeah. Do you want it on your back or do you want it on your front? Yeah. We had enough ammunition for a good scrap, but then that was it. And we had a joke of an ammo container that had no ammo in it. So you always had this thing in your head. If they wanted to come and kick the shit out of us, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
We have to have this facade, if you like.
Do you remember? Can you remember leaving because we stayed in Kuwait and then we got a coach from Kuwait into Basra?
I come in bread van, I think, in Saxon.
I remember there were tracer being fired over at top at coach. Not one guy had any ammo.
No.
On that coach. Nothing.
Well, there was one of them.
There were Land Rover front and behind, and that were it.
Nuts.
It was crazy.
Yeah. No, it's so going back to that time when we thought this is it, they're coming. We were on the roof of the accommodation that we were staying on.
Was that
when
said guy threw this settee off that roof?
No,
in someone's living room.
Yeah. Do you know where your stores were? Above there.
Yeah.
We were all up there. It was 360 degrees. It were coming from us from everywhere. We could see bods in the shadows firing at us. Everything. The odd rocket coming over. And I remember being given that speech, like the fucking Zulu speech. This is it, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Think about your loved ones. I remember hugging Chris Bradshaw, lying down with fucking rounds coming over us, saying, "This is it, mate.
Yeah,
this is fucking it." And you get psychologically, you get yourself prepared, and then it stopped. Nothing. It was almost like they were testing us. And I'll always go back to that, like a Zuluism. Going to the movie, sorry, not the people. The movie where they test them, don't they? They test the defences
Yeah. Probe.
Yeah, and we were told do not return fire because whatever you let loose, we've got nothing else to give you. I always remember it was being given that speech, like the final fucking Custer's last stand and all that lot. This is it, boys. Been nice to know you.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, and Mick.
Yeah.
Kept a grenade for us, and he said, right lads, this one's for us because they're not going to make a fucking video out of us.
Yeah.
And I thought, shit, I'm 19.
Mm-hmm. You're never going to be the same again after that.
No, what the fuck have I done here? And I thought that was going to be maybe the level of it.
Mm.
How wrong was I? I was involved in 3 other types of contacts after that, which I believe changed me life forever. One being Di Jones that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
First experience of loss.
Nice, is it?
Of speaking to somebody and him doing guard commander and seeing him in the cookhouse and he's dead. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it didn't. The story didn't go like that.
It's just right final, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll never see or speak to him ever again.
Yeah, and it's your whole mindset changes. Then I think in a way we thought we were there to protect them people.
Well, that's what we got told, weren't we?
Yeah, we were there, and then they started becoming the enemy.
Invisible.
Very confused, especially for a 19-year-old. Very confusing. Didn't even know why we were there in the first place. I didn't even know regiments existed in the army. I didn't even know fucking Iraq existed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've gone from a fucking existence that I had to that. Then my biggest one, we were on patrol. Rightly or wrongly, we named it the Deirdre Rashid Bank.
Deirdre.
Yeah. Free the Weatherfield one. There was myself, Matthew Gordon, Steve Mitchell, Ryan Finity.
Yeah.
I apologise if I ever miss anybody out. Rob Hawkins.
Yeah.
Boss. Mr. Witherall. Mick O'Keefe. A couple was on patrol, normal patrol. Got contacted. And I don't know how it came about, but there's a guy fucking next to me with he'd been shot 7 times. He took the fucking brunt of it, so whether they were aiming at us or what, and he'd got it. 7 gunshot wounds, 14 holes.
Yeah, because you got your exit, haven't you?
Entry and exit. Straight away, rightly or wrongly, like you taught, people don't know. If it ain't part of your team, they ain't part of your team. And I think human intuition kicked in. We got him into cover, and started to put field dressings on him, tried to stop the bleeding. This is the first time in my life I'd seen blood come out of a human. Do you know, like real, apart from a bit of claret out your nose or a burst lip?
It's different to films, isn't it?
Yeah, and I remember Finity Ryan saying, and he'll not mind me saying, like, it won't stop. It just what we're asking this guy, can you stop bleeding? We're trying to save you.
Yeah.
And I remember him vividly. Every time he was gasping for breath, more blood had come out. So we're fucking 19-year-olds saying, stop breathing, hold your breath.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you on about? Hold your breath.
Yeah.
So we've managed to keep him going, keep him alive. Patched him up, done whatever. Got him in the back of the wagon in a fucking plastic sheet. Yeah, but just in a plastic sheet. We didn't even have a stretcher. Which then flicking back in your mind, you didn't even have a stretcher for you.
No, we used to use ponchos, didn't we?
Yeah. So that's a plastic
shelter. Get your head down underneath it.
So, and again, we say. We were told that we'd saved his life. Don't know. Never to the death would ever know. And I know a couple of lads on that patrol, it changed them forever.
Yeah, Finners, definitely.
100%. You know, very, very close to that guy. Never the same.
Yeah.
Never, ever the same. And again, it's that was like point two. Third one, didn't tell any of my family.
Why?
It was I think when people want to hear stories, you don't want to go over it because it's shit.
Yeah.
And it was a guy who we respected, we loved him. If we did anything wrong, he took a bollocking for you. And then next thing you're on the radio and I've been shot. And that's how he said it. On the PRI, we're on a patrol again, and he went, lads, I've been shot. You obviously hear the contact and stuff.
Yeah.
And you turn round and he's fucking gone, like he's down. This is the boss, like.
Mm.
You're like, holy fuck. So you go into your action drills, and again, looking at his face, and the first thing he was saying, he's holding himself like, I've been fucking shot. Don't give me any fucking morphine, you pussies.
He was a good bloke, weren't he?
But there was, a very, very, very top guy. He was like dad.
Yeah.
And I think he knew, these are kids I've got here.
Yeah.
He'd tell you all the time, like every day is a fucking school day. But that was always one. I think it's macho that, how have you let the boss get shot?
Feel guilt, don't you?
Yeah, and it's a fucking very, very strange one. Like you've not done your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, well, one of your dudes has been it. Like, what were you doing? You were front cut off. Why weren't you watching?
Yeah.
What the fuck's gone down there? Like, you know, it's why have you come back with a I think I was LMG gunner at the time, but why have you come back with a full bag of rounds? You've not even pulled the trigger. What's going on there? It's just a case of
circumstances, isn't it? You can't carry that blame because you don't fucking know you're going to get shot at, do you? Or who is? You're not some kind of fucking spiritual dude.
We had, so we're very busy apart from, and then obviously there's all the other stuff like the rioting. You touched on the protecting the petrol stations and stuff like that, and then just the sheer. I'd never seen poverty. You know what I mean? Humans will do extreme fucking things to survive. And you're living in amongst, use a Game of Thrones term, a sacked city.
It was fucked.
Yeah, there's nothing. And you'll see, well, we saw human trafficking. No,
we're at Garamshi tribe or something.
Yeah.
Nasty bastards, them.
Once the city had fallen, and obviously you've got a lot of these kids who have no fucking mums and dads, they were going around collecting them and chaining them to beds, then releasing them to go do the bidding and don't go do the work, whatever it may be. You know, so you're getting exposed to the harsh realities of a black market of a country that's got no infrastructure. Humans are fucking horrible. And you're there asking them nicely not to do it.
That city had been oppressed for years, hasn't it, by Saddam? And the cars, these how some of them cars moved, I don't know. They had no doors, no bonnets. They made them work. I don't know how they did it. Ball tyres. You could see the wires, couldn't you, on the tyres?
Yeah, everything. But again, just a real shocker. I think the other one getting attacked constantly because we did the main bank of Iraq when they changed the currency from Iraqi whatever it was to dollar.
Dinar.
Yeah, dinar to dollar.
I've still got some.
I used an house to buy mine. What? I used to switch that round. Yeah, and it's that constant environment. You're going to get attacked today.
And you know it.
Yeah,
You know
at some point, someone's going to try and have you, and that's where you're looking at, 7 to 8 other blokes going, "How are we going to deal with this?" It's and having to change, and then all of a sudden, you're back in Lee queuing at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I've thought so long and hard about what you said. Where's my weapon? Or like telling people you're going toilet. I'm going to the toilet. Okay, no worries. Why you don't have to fucking tell me, just go to the toilet. No, if I don't come back in 5 minutes, come find me. Asking people what time scoff. you can have it whenever you want.
What is it?
Yeah.
What we having?
We could.
Well, they were highlights of the day, weren't they?
Yeah.
What time scoff on? What buzzing?
But it was, and again, what just etched into my mind what you kept saying. You were given this a little bit. Go and survive with whatever you've got. Make it work. Because guess what? There ain't no support.
You remember when we scrounged them MREs off Americans?
Yeah.
Our actions were fucking terrible, weren't they?
Yeah, but I ask you, they used to call us the borrowers, didn't they?
We made them bombs, MRE bombs. Fucking ledge them.
But yeah, so that was, look, bullet points. Changed me as a person.
Bound to.
I've become a bit of a cynic, and living in that paranoid fucking situation definitely changed me as a person, and confused and angry about a lot of the loss and a lot of leaving it behind as well. That was a weird one. We've left them people behind.
Well, I think a part of you stays there as well.
Yeah. But
when you go there and when you come back, you're two separate people, I think.
And that's why I went to Cyprus, and I thought it's too close climate-wise. So you do your tours over there and everything like that, and then my time had come where they said, right, we're going to promote you, but you've been in this company, in C company, all the time. We're going to put you in the Provo, and it was to do with some members of our company. We're going to go and run it.
Yeah.
What many people don't know, again, there's a big underworld goings on in Cyprus.
Yeah.
A lot of the mafia run everything.
Gangsters, aren't they?
Yeah. I was asked to go on the in-house police force, or discipline team, if you like, which not many people know this now. It had an underridden mission. There was an underlining mission of that group. So there was me, Smudge, Bomber, Goldie, Andy Dorr at a time, Big Tall Jonesy, Paul Evo ran the crew.
Yeah.
We were given a brief and taken away and shown videos and evidence and done whatever of these fucking mafia they get paid. Do you know what I mean? It's like a bounty on your head. Mm-hmm. If you can get a squaddy, it's a big catch for them. So what we want is to make it the punishment for being caught within these areas and frequenting these clubs and everything to be that fucking severe that it's going to put the lads off.
Yeah.
And it was a case of, and I know I don't want to try and justify anything, but it was, can we stop it from happening? Now, some of it was fucking gruesome. If you got caught in a certain nightclub, you got 21 days rehabilitation.
Yeah. Quite a lot did.
It was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. We'd tie a piece of rope with a tyre on.
Big tyre.
Big tyre. Now, everything was a lesson, and it was done under health and safety with proper trained supervisors.
They had PTIs with you, didn't they, as well?
Yeah, they had trained people doing it. It were 21 days of fucking hell. That SAS antis a hat.
Yeah.
Come and do fucking 21 days in our nick. But the other side of it was you redid all your training, like your your first aid and everything like that.
Mm.
Some lads left our nick and went straight onto an NCO card. Got promoted off the back of it. But that was the reason. You know, you were told you're gonna have to differentiate between your fucking mates. You know, you could be saving your mate's life. That was what we were told.
Yeah.
Go out and just be an absolute thunder cunt.
Yeah.
It's and I lost some friends during that time. Really, really did. Like, you know, it's, and again, I was guilty of it in the past. You don't see the bigger picture. Why are they doing this? He's changed him. What a twat.
Yeah.
I only went to this nightclub. But you're like, well, yeah, but they're waiting for you to be on your own, and then they're going to have you off. Guaranteed. And
happened to Warren, didn't it?
well, that was me point I was going to get to. We as a group felt we'd failed him. Because it did. And you're always going to get your lads who go out and look, I'll come round to it in a sec. It didn't work. If it didn't work for one, it didn't work for any.
Yeah.
And poor lad found himself alone, or he wasn't alone, but he got segregated.
They were in that high heels, weren't they?
Yeah, he was. He was in a club that he shouldn't really have been in. He got snatched, and they fucking killed him.
Mm.
And it was just a fucking horrible, horrible, horrible thing to be able, because I got returned to C Company. But just to say, this is why we were doing it. And there was a lot of the lads, I know, well, some of them hopefully that are watching this. When we shut that door at night and you were in our nick, it were different. We weren't a cunt to you. We were a cunt in front of everybody else. Yeah. Anybody who was watching. Yeah.
A deterrent.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's what we were trying to do. That's what we tried to achieve. And I think, you know, maybe we did achieve it in some respect. But that was the plan. Now, unfortunately, even the most disciplined of us fall off the wagon.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. I remember.
Cyprus is a party island.
It is.
And I like to party.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Work hard, play hard.
No, I'd frequented and got to know on an official basis a lot of these nightclub owners, especially one by the title River Reggae. Yeah. No, straight back to my roots, my Levi roots. I thought, this is a bit of me, this. I like this. I like this place. I think I might come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was in the zone of you shouldn't go there. But it wasn't one of those places that was bad.
Yeah.
A lot of holiday makers in there, as long as you keep yourself to yourself. Thingy. Which I didn't. For some bizarre reason, somebody by the name of Goldie decided to run a mess do where you had to dress up as pirates.
Oh, pirate night.
So I've ended up with my best, what's he called, Pirates of the Caribbean Captain Jack Sparrow outfit, and you know, he took over. In the hotel, I think it was a nice big posh hotel, wasn't it? And it just so happened that next door, it was a bit of a fucking boring do, to be fair. And I decided that mixing white wine and red wine in the same glass was going to be the right path for me. Oh. Yeah. And there was a wedding next door.
Yeah.
It was a British wedding.
They were fit, them fucking bridesmaids.
So I've told the wedding party, and I've had this like second dance thing. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, I was invited. I think some people call it gate crash. I was invited.
I went in, yeah.
I believe I had the second dance with the bride. I was polite enough to let the husband have the first dance.
Fucking pirate.
And sweet talked the entire wedding party, family, mums, granddads, grandmas, that River Reggae is where it's happening. Had I not returned to camp with a River Reggae t-shirt, I believe I might have got away with that incident.
You got caught, didn't they?
I was one of them. And
you got caught.
Yeah, I found out what it was like to be in your own jail. So as all them people that had the tire tied to them, and I can empathise with you boys. I went through it. I got to the point where they took me on the beach and fucking hammered me. Everything, you know, you've ruined everything we're supposed to stand for and everything like that. And I ended up, my pants were full of sand. I got sent to the office where Paul Urey had just taken over as Sergeant Major. And I knocked on the door and he said, I know. I was like, right, I've been told to come here. He said, I'm going to give you 24 hours to go sort your shit out. I'm holding my pants up. My pants are coming around my ankles. You've got 24 hours to sort your shit out. Welcome back to C Company, Corporal Boydell. I was like, fuck. He said, this is going to hurt.
Dream is over.
Yeah, so shortly after that, the best place on the planet, we went to Germany.
That's when the fridge of doom antics just got upped tenfold, innit?
Tenfold.
It went massive.
As much I was a pad in Cyprus.
Yeah, I were.
And throughout that period, again, naive at being an husband, not good. Complete flip reverse to yourself. I was either in work or out with the lads.
Yeah.
Every stuff never at home. And then when we got to Germany, we landed. One of our first jobs was to run pre-deployment training for other regiments.
Yeah, PRT.
Yeah, so I was away. She fell pregnant. It's just a case I'm not staying here on my fucking own. Oh, you know what I mean? It's rightly so.
Yeah.
Again, it was a shit husband anyway. You're going back in the block.
It's good and bad.
Yeah.
I think.
So same as other people. I didn't know how to communicate. And again, listen, you're not really entitled to that kind of stuff. And it was Nige Coop who made everything possible.
Yeah.
He said, listen, we understand your situation, everything like that, because in Germany as well, my house was within civilians.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
What estate were you on? Were you on Lotte? I were on Lotte.
No, I was fucking other side of the planet.
Yeah. Door side.
Yeah, door cider.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, yeah, it just wasn't right, and you're never there anyway. And I think they'd already said you're going to be going to Poland, you're going to be going here, you're doing that. So I made the decision. She moved back home. I went in the block.
Mm.
And again, Paul Urey, Sergeant Major, and that's when he said, we're going to draw a line under Cyprus. We're going to get ready for action again.
Mm.
We're going to be the best. And it's
look around, did it?
No.
Yeah,
even towards the end of Cyprus, like what he used to do, he used to get all the weapons, didn't he, out the armory and make us run backwards up hills.
I did my pre-juniors with him because he'd just come back, hadn't he, from Brecon?
Yeah.
So yeah, he knew all. He were up to date. Pre-course of doom. It hurt. Guns. 94s.
Yeah.
Wait, where weren't it?
Yeah. That's where I get the mantra from as well. Fitness wins.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be, but everything that you do, you're going to be better than everybody else. Everything that you do. Change the psychology, and he got to know I felt he got to know me. This is your psyche. You might be a bit of a loon ball, you might be a bit fucking heads west, all the rest of it, but you do right by the lads.
Mm.
When we ask you to work, you work.
That's all he wanted, yeah.
Yeah,
Loyalty.
and he didn't ask you what you got up to in your spare time. Well, he did, obviously, but that's what you did.
Mm.
As long as during his time, it was 110% and you were being the best. That's it.
Yeah, do what you want.
Yeah, go and explode and go do what you want. To the point, I don't know if you remember this, we won Champion Company, and at the time, they give you a flag.
Yeah. And
It's
you go on parade last, don't you?
Yeah, and it's not like a cheap or like 90p bit of flag out of cotton. It's embroidered with gold embroidery and everything. It's a real honour.
Yeah.
And we got given the flag, and he went, "Go on." To me. He went, "What?" He said, "We're getting presented the flag. You go get it."
Very.
Right then. He said, "You've turned your fucking shit around. Turned it around. You were at the bottom." And I think he liked that about who we took within the company.
He liked empowering people.
Yeah, but he like you're at the fucking dregs of as low as you can go. I'm going to build you back up here and let you know. And it was when he left, things started to change for me. But there was a certain thing that I said he didn't give a shit about what you got up to when you did. But there was a certain time, and we have to put a good story in before some bad ones. The Battle of Extra Blatt.
Off Football Factory.
Yeah, which I'm sure you can't get done for now. It was the first time I saw you throw a chair through a window.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Helped a chair pass through subject matter.
Well, someone started it getting the balls out, didn't they?
Well, listen, I remember this. We were all in the town, in that bar of sadness. And there were factions. There was the Queens Lancashire faction. There was the Kingos. There was the rally bikes, the KOSB over there. Scottish Borderers, KYBR. They don't like that. I'll go back. Yeah. There's the King's Own Border lads over there.
Yeah.
The Cumbrian bunch. And people were drifting in between groups. Oh, I'll go and have a chat over here, but then I'll go back to my own group. I'll have a chat over there. And it was... he's still serving, so we'll call him. Yeah, so
call him
Lister. We'll call him the guy from Red Dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Craig Charles. We'll call him Craig Charles. He's dancing to the music, and a couple of Turks took offence. Turkish nationals or people maybe of that persuasion took offence and said a few things to him. In his own mannerisms, he said, "Jog on, lads. See you in a bit." To which point he did, I think, dropped his kecks and rubbed his ass on the fucking window. I only ever remember hearing the word knife. And to this day, I'll stand in court and say that.
They carried it, didn't they?
Yeah, there was a fair few of them, and I remember somebody shouting, "Lister, Red Dwarf."
Yeah.
Knife! And all them factions became one. I swear to God, all them people became one. And it was like the defence of that place. And it just erupted. Like you said, it was like a scene from Football Factory. It was like straight back to hooliganism tenfold.
Yeah. But it happened so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. The one minute you're drinking a tin, and next minute you're in the middle of a riot.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a mini riot. Things going through windows, people going through windows, people over the bar, just absolute eruption. Next day, said Sergeant Major.
He knew exactly who it was.
Proud of you boys, you stuck together. everyone stuck together. And there was a few. I know a couple of lads got nicked and stuff like that. You're going to be champions. I'm going to use this.
We turned into brothers, I think.
Yeah.
It was like a brotherhood after that. You look after your own, don't you?
And it was good. There was another side of Germany for me, getting to know the German people.
Oh, I love Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started to lose my discipline slightly in a way, like my military way of thinking, and I started going into my old civilian way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go to concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah. And you had that dog in black, didn't you? We used to pass it round.
Yeah.
And their inspections.
Obviously, she returned to the UK, and your dog has to go in quarantine.
Mm.
Nah, the dog can live in the block, like.
Yeah, it was well smart though. I loved it.
A little they call him Cyprus Poodle, but she was like a Maltese Terrier.
Mm.
Little blonde thing. Everybody loved her. Lads fighting, like who's going to do the dog run today, taking her for a walk and all that lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't get told until a while later that Recce Platoon used to watch, and they used to try and suss out whose is that dog. Every day there was somebody different walking her.
Fucking binos.
Yeah, and I remember because we lived in the same corridor on the bottom floor. They'd come in and do a room inspection, and it'd be like, "Shit, right, somebody run outside quickly," and they'd be throwing the dog out the window or dropping her out the window, catching her, and then once one room had been inspected, boom, into the other window. It's like, shit, where's my dog? And yeah, I got pulled in the office, and that was another one. We know. You've got 24 hours to get to the UK and back. Make it disappear.
Yeah.
Well, that was what I did. Yeah, look, really good times. The gardens, we touched on it. A place of unity.
All right. But Nico's doing Fridge of Doom magnets.
Hey, respect.
What a ledge.
Well, I've done some digging. I'll post it later. But if anybody has any pictures still of Fridge of Doom, please send them to us.
Or gardens. I've
found 2, so I'll get them posted. But if anybody
some on Facebook, I think, but
yeah,
we had that signed, didn't we? Where everyone signed it.
I found it.
Walsh, landlord.
Yeah.
No rules. Don't be a goat and stuff like that.
He was a landlord.
Right, so we're now up to
Germany.
Yeah.
Well, this is my end, yeah.
You've made upstairs, you've made a decision, right? I think the time's come for me to move on. You've already mentioned that your psyche changed.
Yeah.
And you you didn't view it in the same way.
I'd a couple of key factors. Become a dad.
Yeah.
Not seeing your kid.
Does change, doesn't it?
Yeah. There'd been another fatality whilst we were in Germany as well. Jamie Hancock.
Yeah.
Had passed away, his first ever time abroad in the suck, and paid the ultimate sacrifice. I obviously I served with Joey on the Provo, his brother. We took Jamie out before he signed up. Right. Showed him a really good time, took him out, everything like that, and said, "This is where you need to be, lad. Come join the army." His first fucking time doing army stuff, he dies. And I thought,
don't know that though, do you?
Oh no, you don't. But that was one of the things that started to change my mind. I'm not fucking doing this anymore. You know what I mean? And people would start to say, well, it could be you. It could be you. And then what are people? Who's going to tell your son who you were? It's one of them. Yeah, I want to be the one to tell my son. And then during that period, I was on a promotional course, and I had a fall. That changed my physicality forever. I ended up with something called hip flexor tendonitis. I ripped all my tendons, and they just never repaired right, ever. I was removed from my position of running lads and having my own section and put into the stores.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And I just thought, I'm finished. I'm done. I tried everything I could to get fit again. And I made some really, really, really bad life choices. Whilst I was in recovery, I was prescribed muscle repairers that you injected into your side. And then I found in Germany, you could buy these over the counter. Yeah. So over a period of like nearly 12 months, I couldn't go for a run or join the company PT without injecting.
Fucking hell.
And I was mixing that with alcohol. And I think a few people during the end of my Germany time realised I'd just become an irritable, aggressive person. From this happy-go-lucky, fucking with you all the time, yeah, I'm up for a party, we'll do whatever, to just a fucking self-destruct button. And I'll bracket it under steroids.
Yeah.
It was a mixture of steroid abuse and alcohol.
Not good.
Not good.
Well, one on their own's not good, but both together.
No, not at all. And again, every time we do a CFT or anything like that, I physically couldn't get around a PT session without injecting. Couldn't do it. And then Paul Urey left. And we got somebody who weak leadership, didn't get to know his bods. He might have been a nice human being, but for me at that time, not good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the word. The characteristics changed, I think, of that company. It went from the lads in the gardens being that close and very good soldiers and good at what they did to being picked out, separated and moved.
Yeah.
They broke and split us all up.
Yeah, of course they did.
And
it's almost like in a football team, you have to have them characters. If you don't, if you've got everyone who's fucking comply or die, it don't work. The machine breaks down. But for me, I admitted what I was doing to the MD. And he said, right, we can't discharge you because it's legal.
Yeah.
You're not like addicted to cocaine or anything like that. These are actually over the counter
prescription.
Yeah. What we can do is downgrade you. And then you'll just basically go down the G10 for men route. Which I was qualified because I'd done all my stores courses and everything like that. I'd done my fire course, and regardless, I was qualified up to sergeant level.
Yeah,
we'll find you a nice posting and all that lot and sort it out. We'll find you a job within battalion, and it was the RSM Tomo at the time. Said, what? Why don't I put you back in the Provo? No. It's different. Yeah, but different reasons, different things like that. I said, my career's over. I'm going to sign off. If I can't be with the lads and do what I like doing, but let me go on the quiet. Don't tell anybody. Don't fucking make me out to be. Because at the time, what they were doing to lads who were using drugs, they were stripping them of everything in front of everybody.
You had to walk around in coveralls, didn't you?
Yeah, you weren't allowed to wear your uniform or anything like that. And I said, look, I don't want to be one of them. And he was like, no, it's different. I said, well, it's the fucking same, innit? So they give me a quick posting to Folkestone.
Oh,
And
it's down south, isn't it?
yeah, so everyone was getting ready for Iraq. They moved me out the block, living with everybody else and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Started going for a resettlement package with Chris Bradshaw at the time.
Package.
And then they said, listen, think it over. We'll send you down south here. And there was a Gurkha camp and a car park with all just all the wagons parked up, all the trucks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In a week. There you go. You're corporal of the car park. Oh, I've got another 9-10 years left. I can't fucking do this. And in your psyche, you think, I fucked it. I've let my lads down. I've let everybody down. I've done this to myself.
Mm.
Fuck it. I'll leave. I'm out. And that was it. There was no goodbye. There was no fanfare. There were nothing like that. I'm a civvy. And it's that was one thing I've not been able to tell anybody that for years.
Big leap, innit?
Yeah.
Big leap.
And you're out. So, but like you said, you've been a dude. Been like number one guy. You've been a champion waving a flag and fucking stuff like that. People going, see company. To turn up for work, dickhead. Yeah. Car park fucking guy. No tar, not for me.
Right, so now you're out, Mr. Boydell. Jobs wise, how did you? I think from your resettlement, people tend to aim for a certain career path. Just tell us a bit about roles that you've had.
Straight away, I tried to mirror what I'd done in the army and do close protection bodyguard work.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have this injury. This is a lifelong thing where I can't fucking operate properly. Yeah. You know, and I found very quickly that being a bodyguard was somebody who stands there and just watches other people have fun.
Mm.
So, bin that. Into the security industry. Yeah. Like supermarkets and shopping centres and stuff like that. Nah.
A lot do, don't they?
Yeah, a lot do. And during this period, because I'd hated myself and not been happy with the way that I'd left, I'd become even more of a shit husband.
Mm.
Separated from my partner. Just become a shit husband. You know, I've gone from being married to somebody that you never see to married to somebody that you're with 24/7.
Yeah.
And, you know,
change.
Yeah, not good for me. So during my transition, we'd split up and got to know Sophia. Yeah. You know,
yeah.
Her brother was in Lancs.
Yeah.
Gone through fucking mirror image of my career. Iraq, Armscote, fucking everything. Provo.
Yeah.
Mirror fucking image. And she was the one who said, you need to fucking sort yourself out. You need to find a focus.
That's a key word.
Yeah. And she was one of the people who said, you need to start changing your thought process. Find something that you're good at. Stick with it.
What did you find?
I'll go into it. Was drainage work.
Yeah.
Work, sewers and stuff like that. dead quickly. You guys, this is the time that you guys went to Afghan.
Yeah. 2010.
Yeah. And a friend of ours got shot in the leg. For some bizarre reason, completely blamed myself and again became a shit partner. That I'm fucking here pretending to be a fucking security guard or doing into this, and my mates are over there. And I've been a selfish twat, and I'm just sat here at home watching it on telly. And I managed, during that time, I'm going to give a guy credit now for pulling me out of it. He's called Scott Birchall, big ginger lad.
Oh, Birch, yeah. Scouser.
Yeah. And he said, listen, if we could, we would. But they're all big boys and they know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
You know, and he sorted me head out. He said, you were always a good lad to me. Just you crack on with it. He said, you've got your family now. You do what you do. He said, leave them. They'll be all right. They'll make it back.
Mm-hmm.
Not very true, but Birchie. It helped. And I found drainage work. I knew another shout out, Tigger Taylor.
Yeah,
I used to see him, right, covered in shit and smiling and being happy.
He's one of the
yeah. And I'd say, what are you doing? Like, where are you working? And he told me this company he was working at. I said, I'm going to come and apply. Fuck it. And it was a company in Leigh. Went through the interview, went through everything. Got the job. First day, he's jacked. But yeah, and I found that industry is very much like the military. Everybody, brother. It's a tough industry. You know, suiting up, going underground. Whether you have to be wearing full breathing gear or you've just got a rescue set. Whether you're manually pulling fucking turds out of drains or whatever, big massive super sewers. Yeah, but motorbikes, anything, you get what I mean? These huge, big things going on, whether you're under railways, you've really got to look after yourself. And you bounce around a couple of firms. It's like whoever's paying the most this week. Or whoever wins what big contract. So if this company wins a big contract, you'll generally see the lads will transition and go and work for them. And you get into a good gang, which brings me to Wildman.
Oh, Wild Dog.
Wild Dog. The only guy shouldn't be a civvy. No way. This guy was born to be in C Company. But just everything about him. And he's one of the first people that turned around and said, there's no shit job. There's just job. Because like I said before, as squaddies, we like to say, oh, it's fucking shit, that.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been jacked on here. I can't do that. It's wank, this.
Yeah.
And he was the first one. So we're a couple of months apart in age. And he'd say, because he's from Middlesbrough, so I'm my best Middlesbrough. Like, why are you, man? There's no shite job. There's only fucking jobs. And at some points, he'd physically abuse me. He'd fucking punch me in the head, kick me, and be like, we're doing this. We're here. And he'd say, we're going to win this. Like, yeah. And yeah, we worked as a team for years and years. And he said, and at the time, you could waive your hours because you're classed as like a valuable service environment and stuff like that. Get me wrong, whoever we were working for, we were doing over 100 hours a week. Sometimes you were clearing easy clearing $1,000, $2,000 a week.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, making it work. This is at the time within a certain sector. And he said, what are you going to do with your fucking money? What's the point of this? Get your fucking head straight and all that. I said, well, I've got no education. And at the time, you know, we'll come back to it, I was helping kids with football and...
Yeah, coaching, weren't you?
Yeah, and a couple of wayward sons and all that lot, showing them the way. I said, I can't afford to get myself through college, through all my proper badges and all that lot. I'll graft, I'll sit here, and every job that comes in, everything, we'll do it. And he said, I've just bought an house and I want to redo my house for my kids and that.
Yeah.
I said, fuck it, you're going to school, I'm going to build my house. And that's what we did for years and years, just smashed myself until I got to the point where the course turned round. I went through the levels with the FA.
Yeah.
And they said, right, your next one's UEFA.
It's that level, this, isn't it?
But they said, your environment, we can't let you on the course because your environment's not in a teaching environment or anything like that. You're basically a fucking roughneck.
Yeah.
So that's where I, again, sat down with Sophie and she said, well, I'll manage your affairs. You know, sort of everything else. She understands the world. Her brother being into sport, a real boxing freak.
Mm.
Everything like I understand, I can help you on that side. We'll do it. Set the plunge, go for it. So I approached different football clubs, end up being taken on as like an apprentice coach. So I had that side, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? Picked up the phone, and you went, all right. You went, I'm doing this thing, working with young kids and all that lot, and helping them in schools and everything. Why don't you jump on board?
Yeah.
It must have been.
Well, I've always been a big believer that things and people that you meet, they're meant to happen. You've no power or control over it. It's happening, whether you like it or not, good or bad. It's happening. And so we're on to the reconnect now.
Yeah. And it were brilliant. Here I am with my best mucker. There was other people there as well thinking the same thing, helping other people.
Yeah.
And going, do you know what? And it was that first time, apart from like obviously working in the drainage industry, where I'd used my military resilience to solve a problem, and no matter how harsh the conditions are. But this time, you're going to use your map of every problem as a solution. Go and give that to kids. Go and give that to kids who can't see how they're going to solve a problem of being bullied or being the bully or being overweight or dad's not here.
Mm.
You know, go and use your map for help them. And I watched you doing it. I watched Bez doing it. I thought, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And, yeah, and I got accepted. The EFL gave me bursary ting.
Oh yeah.
English Football League. They said, look, you're going to do this course, this UEFA course, but you have to do your education as well. So I took on my diploma in what was the business of football, which included marketing communication as a strategic function.
Fuck it hell. Yeah, that 10 times fast.
Yeah. So I spent, and it's, I think at the time, because what I was told as well, you can only earn so much money. And I'll throw a figure out there, like, let's just say you can't earn any more than 20 grand or up to 20 grand.
That's low, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're in education.
Yeah.
If you earn any more, because I'd taken bursary, you'd have to pay for your own education.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which
I
couldn't do. And the people we were working for and associating ourselves with at the time abused that.
Mm.
They knew
everything.
Yeah. And that's where we kind of come into contact with, let's not make these people better.
We're making them rich.
Yeah. And that's this whole thing where I do have a problem with a lot of charities. Certain a minimalist percentage goes to those that really need it.
Mm.
And seeing it from the inside out, and especially with studying business, you know how it works. And it's no point, you can't be told anymore and then just take it in, this naivety, accepting that information. Because on the other side, working within the football groups that I were, you're given a budget.
Yeah.
And the football world, being the football world, is we want more money back.
It's a business, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a business, it's a machine. How are you going to do it? You've got to write business plans, forecasts, everything. You know, there's people who understand that. So then when you're being told by Jack, John and Jenny a different version of what you know to be true, and you're operating and you're making something profitable from a minimalistic budget, you're fucking lying. And I know you're lying. And you know, I took the choice once I'd qualified. Very, very, very lucky that people within the drainage industry put a hand out. So there's a position here, come and apply for it, went through the interview and everything like that. So it's what I'm doing again today. It's not on the tools though, working from the office and doing what I do.
No poo.
No poo on me mitts. Less when the bog breaks.
So you've gone back to learning. We've had the reconnect. I think that pretty much brings us up to right now. What's Dale doing? What are you? Where are you going?
I'm enjoying my work and who I work for. Helping bringing drainage projects to the company. It's like it's a bit of everything, estimating the project and being a mediator between the company and the client.
Yeah, middle dude.
Yeah, really enjoy that. I don't want to put it out because it's a competitive market. I'm not going to put too much out there, but industrial water jetting systems, fantastic group of people, really, really good. I enjoy my work. Flip side of that, because I actually went into football, seeing what kind of machine it really was. See it from the outside in. It's one of them, like the army, it takes you away from your family a lot.
Yeah, sacrifice, isn't it?
Yeah, I won't see him much. And in my spare time, I was ended up watching my mates play.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I was like, I take my kids down. There's people at the sideline. You shit. There's everything. And John, who was running that team.
John who?
Mr. John Pilkington.
Pilkey.
Angry Ginge.
Ballsy.
Yeah. And he knew at the time I weren't enjoying what I was doing. You know, it just wasn't real football, that real football at the time. He needed help for one day.
He started it all up, didn't he?
Yeah, the Foundry. Yeah, the Foundry football club. Yeah, up the Foundry. He's very much like a C company of football teams.
I love that guy. I love him.
It's brilliant, and he hates any kind of plaudits or anything like that.
Well, that's why you're getting loads of people again. Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic. But he asked me to go help him out for like one shift. I've never left. Yeah. Love it. I absolutely love the bloke. I love working with real blokes, real problems, real fitness. Again, it's they've inspired me.
Yeah.
I've got to do physio 3 times a week to help me out with my hip and stuff like that. Like I even went to see the doctor again to see if we could speed some processes up, and he said, "Just lose some weight, fat lad." But
brutally honest.
Yeah, so I'm using helping. I hope I'm helping, doing some good, but just not me on the field stuff, but off the field. So like the marketing for the club, trying to get some commercial in. But the aim is to merge Lee Foundry and become Lee Town, which is already a junior club, but become the sole number one club of the town. And also be a safe haven for anybody who just wants to go and express themselves.
Yeah.
Get physically fit. Get into a changing room and tell blokes your real fucking problems and what you're going through. I've seen it. It works. You know.
Sharing stuff works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does work. There's a partnership with Lee Foundry and Mars Just Play. So Mars Bars. They've got a thing called the Just Play Initiative where they help you. You can show that you're working with blokes, keeping them fit, keeping them talking, doing whatever. So that's your thing. And again, I'm going to bring John on for a special. I've already told him. So I don't want to go into it too much.
What is his grid?
Yeah, but it's really good. I've got my fingers in some other pies regarding football. which we'll talk about that later in the run after Rona.
Camera.
Yeah, but that reverting, and it was always, we go back why now, it was a guy, an old bloke called Steve, who ran different sessions in Leigh and round here, and he knew me as a kid. He was one who, come here you. And his exact words were, if you don't get into coaching and helping these kids, doing whatever, he said, fuck the technical and tactical, just how to be a good dude, you're doing the lads of this town a disservice.
Well, there's a lack of positive role models, I'd say, in modern society. Males. Shocking. So, yeah, fair play to you for doing your bit. Inspiring bods.
And it's a reflection back, innit?
Yeah.
Through these...
you remember who's helped you, don't you?
Yeah. But it's... You see lads doing good and you think, fucking right on. I buzz off people doing good.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Really do. So, yeah.
Wow. Right, last one. Any shout-outs?
Oh, massive. Gotta give a big shout out to Soph.
Yeah.
Just,
the rock, aren't you?
Yeah.
Very supportive partner.
Just understands shit.
Behind every strong bloke, there's a woman with a foot up his arse.
Telling him get shit done. Yourself. Belief. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you started me off. We had a chat outside Great Crosby, I think, and you said, you know, I was splitting up with the ex and going belly up with not seeing Robin, and you gave me that belief back, and you started all this. What's happening now?
I'm to blame. Cheers.
You trace it right back. It was that moment when we had a van each, didn't we?
Yeah.
For them goats, and it was you put that belief back in me. So I'll never forget that. I owe you a lot for that.
I'll let you buy me some biscuits.
Oh, no.
Bradley Beresford.
Bears, yeah. Brilliant guy.
Just, people might not have liked him in his younger years and stuff like that. He's another one who's re-educated himself, just his own journey, and another one who will just fill you full of belief. Go and do it, go and do it, go and do it. And he has, obviously, when we weren't working together anymore and I were working close with him, he'd sit down and critique my lessons and then say, how could you do this? That was fucking brilliant. How could you do it a little bit better? Or he'd say, come and watch this that I've done. I've taken a little bit of what you've done and I've made it into something else. And you'd be like, cheers. You know what I mean? That's a wow.
It's creative, isn't it?
Yeah. The Wild Man. Got to thank Wild Man Ashley Walker. You know what I mean? I've got to put that in there. His work ethic and again, people who believe in you. And another one, I'm going to ask him to try and watch this, a bloke called Keith Mayer. Him and his son have just written a book called Gold Dust. He's a life coach, football coach, genuine top human being who told me through my learning journey, you're not ready yet. Go learn a little bit more. But it's the way that he was able to put it across. Because obviously you want to be the best at everything straight away. Yeah. But he was one who said, you're not ready yet, but this is what you need to go and do.
Have a plan.
Yeah, and he showed me it's okay not to be number one all the time. You're all, it's
pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, you're going through a learning journey. It's all right to be a learner. Just stay true to yourself and your own beliefs. So many more, like Pilkey. I can't. He's getting his own episode.
Yeah,
yeah,
he deserves it.
Yeah, he is.
He's one of the world's genuine, to his core, good blokes. I've got a lot of time for that guy. I love him.
There's so many the lads that found you that, you know, I just last month I did 100 miles in a month jogging.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's no secret. I don't run 10 million miles an hour or whatever. I do what I can. I stop a little bit. I do what I can.
Mm.
But they've shown me if they can do it over 90 minutes, I can drag my ass out there and stay fit. And it's helped me with my kids.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm looking after myself and stuff like that, and I think you found a connection with Jamie at the minute.
Yeah, massively.
It's, you know, mine are a lot younger, so I can go play on the trampoline and stuff like that and not be in pain.
Yeah. He just needed his, because he's been deprived of his dad for a lot of years. He's missed a lot of his childhood. But I won't go too much into that. But yeah, kids need the dad.
Yeah.
That's a fundamental part of their life. They need both parents. Whether their parents like each other or not, it's the child that's the focus, isn't it?
Definitely. But I think I've been cleansed. It's daunting.
He purged.
Yeah, fucking. I were worried before this.
How do you feel now? We'll check out.
Really good.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Nice feeling.
Really good. Like I said, the stuff in there people will probably never know.
Me? I never knew a lot of that.
But I'd really, if and again, look, if we're asking you, we'll look after you, won't we?
Mm.
We're asking you to come on, and it's not always going to be this Skype call. We'll have our own little setup and everything.
Yeah.
But it's, I feel lighter.
Well, it's therapy talking.
Yeah.
It is. Tried and tested and it works. To share a bit, you don't have to. You just share as much or as little as you want, don't you? There's no set limit.
I think afterward, we might have to do. I was thinking about this the other day. We'll do topics if we can out of the 2 episodes so far. If people want us to hone down and talk about a topic,
yeah,
we'll do an episode on a topic.
I'm open to any ideas.
Yeah,
sensible, but not fucking shagging fucking blow up dolls and shit like that. Yeah.
Or that guy in Germany called Treff who had parties. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Fucking Treff. I heard he's a mate of Louis, but anyway.
Right. I think that's a wrap, though.
Yeah, we'll sign off.
Time. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you for having me. And I'm really looking forward to our connection when we're connecting with a guest.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 different styles. It's fucking
Lennon and McCartney.
Yeah. Apart from I'm going to nick all your songs. Lately, did you ever feel the pain of the morning rain? Yes.
All right, Mucker.
Here's a good one. Let's wrap it up. Fist pump.
Love you.
Love you too. Shaka Khan, Nanu.
Nanu. See you later, bud.
See you in a bit.